Alright, so it's day 2. I'm feeling pretty good. My weight is doing really good, actually. Last year, it was a weird battle because I thought I was gonna be fighting at lightweight, so I was trying to get my weight up above 150, and I was hovering right at 151 for the entire month leading up to the US Open. I couldn't get my weight to go up, and then when we got there, I had dipped down to 147, so I ended up fighting at featherweight, which actually worked out pretty well. I feel a lot more comfortable at featherweight than I did at lightweight. And I think that's just because when I was in lightweight, I was in the very bottom of the division, but when I fight at feather, I'm near the top. It's a lot nicer for me, not being bullied around by people who are 4 inches taller than me. As far as stress levels go, I'm feeling a lot better this year than I did last year. We drove last year. This year we ended up taking a train. I could sleep whenever I wanted. We could get food, eat whenever we wanted. It was a lot less stressful than having to drive. This year I also have a coach that I know and that I've trained with before in my corner. For those of you who don't know, since I've been away at college for the past 4 years in a town where there's no Taekwondo schools, I haven't had a coach in my corner. I made the switch to WT about 3 years ago, was when I committed to fighting WT. Before then, I didn't really need a coach, but then the past 3 years, every time I go to a tournament, I have to ask around and try and borrow some random person's coach. And it's really awkward, and I really hate doing it. So the fact that I have a coach in my corner that I've worked with before and who knows me, I'm hoping is gonna be a pretty big game changer. Because in the past, when I'm just borrowing some random athlete's coach, first of all, bless them for being willing to coach a complete stranger, but also they don't know me, they don't know how I fight. They go in with the most surface level advice that they can just because they don't know who I am. So all I can say is focus on your cut, focus on your round, front leg hooks, just keep it simple, because they just don't know me as a fighter. But having this coach that I've trained with before, I'm really hoping it'll elevate my performance to the next level. The US Open is scary big, man. I think there's 1,400 athletes registered right now, which is a crazy number for a Taekwondo tournament. Thinking about the numbers stresses me out a bit, but I'm here to have a good time. At the end of the day, whether I win, make it all the way to the finals somehow, or if I get out first round, I committed to coming here and I fought in a really big international tournament. So regardless of the outcome, I feel like it'll be a beneficial experience. I'm gonna learn a lot, and I wanna have fun here. I don't want it to be a stressful and just anxiety-ridden trip. I wanna enjoy my time in Reno, and I want to enjoy the competition. The rest of today we have completely off, so me and my girlfriend are just gonna spend Valentine's Day just hanging out. We're gonna go swimming tonight. At some point today, I'm gonna go to the gym and get a little workout in, kick out a little bit, but we'll figure it out as we go. Tomorrow's weigh-ins, we're only about half a mile from the convention center where the US Open is being held, so I think I'm just gonna walk over there tomorrow morning before breakfast, weigh in, walk back, and then eat a fuck ton. I'm gonna try and carb load pretty heavy tomorrow just to keep my energy reserves up for the fight on Sunday. Okay, I'm gambling. My first time gambling.
Yep.
All right.
The lover.
50 cents. Did I do it wrong?
Credit.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay, we get there. Did I win?
Nope. Oh, that was close.
I can't tell. What is it close to? we're on day 3 here in Reno. I'm currently walking to the convention center to go to weigh-ins. I came in at about 1:47 this morning, so ate really small breakfast, just had some oatmeal with some craisins and a little bit of cinnamon on it. There's no way I'm gonna be over 150, so I'm kind of right in the sweet spot where I want to be. I'm not at the bottom of the division, I'm further up towards the top, so hopefully I should be one of the heavier featherweight fighters. As far as nerves go, I'm starting to feel it, definitely. I woke up this morning and I was very anxious, but I was able to close my eyes and focus a little bit. I feel like the mental prep is just as important as the physical prep when it comes to something like this, especially for an athlete like myself, where this is so foreign to me still. I have to do a lot of mental prep going into this just to make sure that I'm all there. If I go into the ring with my leading emotion being fear, then I'm gonna be slow, I'm gonna be stiff, and I'm not gonna fight well. I wanna get in there and perform the very best I can. I don't care how I do, personally. If I make it to the finals, I'd love that, obviously, but the placement at the end of the day is not what I'm here for. I'm here for the experience, and I'm here to have a good time. So I just gotta focus up, remember why I'm here, remember my training, trust my coach, and trust myself. Alright, just finished up the weigh-ins. I came in at about 66.7 kilograms. So since I'm fighting in minus 68, that's pretty much perfect. That puts me right near the top of the division with a little bit of wiggle room in case I get called for random weigh-ins tomorrow morning. But holy fuck, I really hope I don't get called for random weigh-ins. They put out the random weigh-in list at 5:30 in the morning, and if you're on it, you have to show up by 6:30 to get weighed again to make sure that you're not cheating. But if you don't show up to random weigh-in and your name is on the list, then you're immediately disqualified from the tournament. Regardless, I'll be waking up at 5:30, but if I can wake up at 5:30 and take my time getting ready, stretch out, relax, get some breakfast, that'd be a lot better than having to get up and scramble for a random weigh-in. So I stayed around after weigh-ins for a little bit to watch a couple of the matches, just to help get myself in the competitive atmosphere, see what the rings look like, see what the layout of the place is, all that good stuff. All stuff to help me feel better mentally about the competition tomorrow. It's looking good. It's really exciting to watch. It's just a beautiful thing, I'm watching so many different athletes from so many different places all come together in this one convention hall just to, show off their skills, see how good they are, really push for that high level of competition. It's really cool to see. pretty bad. Unfortunately, this was an event with a lot of build-up, a lot of hype, and the end result was not what I wanted it to be at all. Like, losing first round is bad enough, but getting point gapped first round is even worse. And I can't sit here and pretend that I'm not disappointed with the result. I was holding myself to a higher expectation, and I really wanted to do better than that. It is what it is, right? At the end of the day, every minute of ring time, every second that I'm in there actively fighting, I'm getting more experience, I'm learning a little bit more. And, you know, I was up against a really good opponent. No hard feelings towards him at all. He was an amazing fighter. I went into that fight thinking that I was going to be like physically bigger because I was near the top of the weight class, but when I saw my opponent, I saw that he was like 4 to 6 inches taller than me. And I was like, shit, like, this video has taken me so long to finish because having to go through and watch the matches again to edit this really bummed me out, because I'm just going through and looking at every mistake I made and every little thing that I wish I would have done differently. But I feel like now that I've given it some time to settle in and I've had time to reflect, I'm ready to address it, I'm ready to move forward. I could sit here and complain and try and make excuses. Like, you know, he had a head kick that registered twice. You know, I can't control that. I can't control, you know, my opponent. I can't control how they fight. I can't control the officials. I can't control Dato. All of those are variables that are completely out of my control. All I can control is how I perform and my own mindset before and after the fight. I want to take what I learned from the US Open and apply it this weekend to the state championships that I'm competing in. And hopefully I'll do a lot better there. It is a much smaller tournament, but I feel like opening with something as big as the US Open allows me to move into these smaller tournaments with a lot more confidence and a lot more comfort than I would normally. I am still disappointed. I think it's an important thing to note that it's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to feel like you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve, and it's okay to feel angry and disappointed, distraught even, about the outcome of an event like this. It's only a bad thing if you let that dictate your mindset moving forwards. How many Taekwondo black belts out of the millions of black belts that are in the country can say that they went and fought at the US Open? It's like not a lot, right? There was only 28, 30 to 32 people in my division. So, you know, I'm one of very few who went and competed. So, you know, for me, that's good enough right now. I want to go back next year and I want to do much, much better. In order to do that, I have to learn from this experience and avoid making those same mistakes moving forward. I appreciate you all for tuning in and watching this video. I'm sorry that it's come out like a month after the tournament happened. I came back home and I had to catch up on college and all that stuff, so editing really took a backseat for that. But I appreciate you all. Thank you.
No more